Well, this is quite a view. The atmosphere created by these manic fans, a stark contrast to the grey skies we see above. Regardless of impending rain, this should be terrific. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Brighton lineup.
It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the attacker, Wang Chan, has been considered a bit of a late bloomer, Peter. It took him a while to find his best position, but now he's really made a name for himself as a striker. He's got bundles of energy and certainly knows where the goal is.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Ruter. Welbeck. Ruter. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. O'Reilly. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Can he latch on to this? Can he finish? They've scored! And how about that for a volley, executed to perfection?
Oh, look, there's always a bit more satisfaction in executing a first-time volley, and he'll be buzzing inside after that.
Wolverhampton Wanderers goal. After 9 minutes is number 47.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Close. And here's Welbeck, and Welbeck!
Welbeck really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Mitoma. And here's Welbeck. O'Reilly. Right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Hwang Hee-chan. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Dunk gets across to intercept that.
Are clearly looking to use the space out the flanks here.
With a view to what exactly, Jim?
Well, it can encourage the fullbacks to get involved and increase their chances of more service into the box. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Over to the left. That'll be a throw. Hit into the middle. Goes for the header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's played forward. Spread out to the left. Knocks it out wide. Can he get onto this? Mitoma moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. That's really well manoeuvred. Dunk. Dunk. That's a sharp pass. Gross shifted upfield. And he's there to clear it. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Welbeck shoots! O'Reilly. Toma. Clipped into space. That has been knocked clear. Cross goes in there.
Welbeck really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Doherty. Doherty. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Searching pass he's played there.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Aim forwards. Dunk. Dunk goes forward. Moved on forwards. O'Reilly, and it's played forward. Gross. Mitoma. And it's Gross. Strong running down that left flank. And And he's heaved it away. And that's a throw. O'Reilly, he played through for the wide man. Toma. Danger averted for now. Joel Veltman. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Joel Veltman. O'Reilly. Gross. Toma.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Veltman forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it. Welbeck really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ruter. O'Reilly. Oh, it's played into the area. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Toma. Kajolu. Oh, that is... And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. And he's there to get it away. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Substitution for Brighton and Hove Albion. Number 14.
And it's
Coming onto the
Kadiolu.
pitch.
Milner.
Number 20. James Milner.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Hoisted upfield by the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Lovely feet. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, smashing header! Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
And the fourth official has advised that we have substitutions.
Time for a change in
taking place.
personnel.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Turns and goes back. Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Gomez. Plays it across. That has been knocked clear.
Substitution for Brighton and Hove Albion.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing.
And can he finish it?
Solly March.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum
Just
of 2
beyond his
minutes
reach.
of added time.
Oh, good ball. Shot, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?